study 4 different areas in this holistic approach. We study the disinfectant and protection of surfaces, the disinfection and protection in air, in water, and also in just hand-to-hand human touch. Okay? So know that whether we're discussing anything in these 4 pillars of air, surfaces, water, and human touch, we're considering, one, will it solve the problem of not allowing a transfer of a bacteria or virus from one person to the other? Does it do its job? Has it been approved by the CDC and the EPA? Is it safe? And then the second thing that we consider is the level of toxicity. Will it be able to be used on food or food surfaces? If it has been approved not only by the EPA, but the FDA or the NSF, which is a national safety, for food, or the FDA, the Food and Drug Administration, as well as the Environmental Protection Agency, then we know that we've done the due diligence that we can. We also look at the material safety data sheets to see if there's any toxicity levels, and if so, how do we dilute those levels to a point where it's going to make it safe for the environment that it's going into. And we just so you know, we do the research for the background on all of these areas. When I think about education and what these children and their parents have gone through for this last year, trying to homeschool, trying to do classes over Zoom, and the devastation that it must be for these children, because psychosocial care is just as important as the ABCs and what it is that they are trying to learn. So getting schools open should be the priority for every school and every teacher and every educational system in this country. I was delighted to see today that the Biden administration has put forth funding to do that. And I am not delighted when I see people trying to make students sit in these plastic boxes, which does not allow them to have the intersection socially with their peer group that they need, which is a big part of their development. So I want to encourage administrators and facilities managers that are part of anything where a child under 18 years old is involved to really take a look at the solutions that are there that can be added to their facilities through their HVAC systems, as in UV technologies, as in for their surfaces, and making sure that they're handling their surfaces in a way that is going to be healthy for these students. And when I think about also their water, there's things that we're going to be able to discuss with you over the next few weeks with regard to water. These school systems have been stagnant for a year. Bacteria is growing in your water. How are you going to address that? These things need to be thought about. So my challenge to anyone who's involved in education, who are working toward getting these students back to school, is to allow us to help them look at this from a holistic approach that is going to add value within their budget to maximize the opportunities for these children to be safe and healthy, and help them with their overall growth in education, not only from an academic point of view, but from a social point of view moving forward. The last thing that I would like to say is I have found that it's very difficult sometimes for educators to relay the message to their faculty and to the parents and to the children of what it is that they have done. One thing that we would like to do at ProtectX, when you work with our holistic system that addresses the whole facility and whole care of these children is to allow us to work with you on the messaging and communication backed up with real data about how these programs, these solutions work and how they're being used today in hospital settings and other settings with third party validation, along with validation from the EPA, CDC, and the FDA, so that we can help you communicate to the people that are coming into these environments that you've done everything to mitigate the risk that they have in coming and participating in these facilities. That's what I would love to tell everyone in the education setting, that they can rest assured that we're doing everything possible to keep their children and their faculty safe and healthy.